Hello everybody and welcome to Quilter's Apothecary. Today I am going to do a tutorial on basic curved crosshatch. What we have is a square shape, and that's what we're going to be doing our curved crosshatch in today. I have a square, I think it's approximately about a 6-inch square. I have stitched around just to give us the look of a block. And what I'm going to do, and what you want to do whatever the shape is that you're doing curved crosshatch, is to find the center, because I want my curved crosshatch in this block centered. So I find the center, and then I make crosshairs. You always want to start with crosshairs, whether it's centered or off center. Now I'm doing this one centered, but you could off center it so that the horizontal line was down here a little bit. The one thing that you want to make sure of when you're using a curved ruler to do your curved crosshatch is that the ruler, no matter where the line is, because you're going to follow through the center of that ruler on your registration line, you want to make sure that the ruler is big enough to work its way across. So if I had put the line down here as opposed to in the center, this ruler would be too small, because as I work my way across, it doesn't reach all the way across the block. So that's one thing we want to make sure of when we're working with any type of curved crosshatch. So on this one, I put crosshatch through the center. I'm going to take my ruler, and this is a small Misty Curve from Quilter's Apothecary. It has a registration line in the center. It also has registration lines a 1/4 inch up, all the way up. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up so that I get an inch crosshatch on here. So I've got 3/4 inch, and I put a piece of blue painter's tape here, so that way by the time I add the 1/4 inch for the hopping foot, we're at an inch crosshatch. And I'm going to work my way straight across with the machine. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to go in the ditch and move my machine, and then I'm going to slide up to the sew line, come back, go over, move the machine up in the ditch, slide over up to the next sew line, all the way across and all the way up. And that's how you get that wonderful basic curved crosshatch. So let's start sewing this. Okay, now I am a right-handed person, so when I'm running a ruler, I like to have my right hand up on one of the upper handles and my non-dominant hand down on the ruler. If you were a southpaw or left-handed, you would want to have your left hand up on one of the handles and your right hand, your non-dominant hand, down on the ruler. Okay, now we're going to go into here. I have locked my thread up here. I want inch crosshatch. I'm going to line up that center line with the horizontal line all the way across. Lower my machine. Do my first curve. All the way down. I'm just going to go right in the ditch, all the way over. And right now, just for sake of the tutorial video, I'm going to stop my machine, slide my ruler, and I'm taking this line right to the last sew line. Now I go back to the ruler. I've lined that up right on the center. I'm going to come up and over. I'm going to follow that ditch over, slide my ruler, line up my tape right to the edge of that sew line again. And I want to make sure that my center line is following the line that we created. Come back, slide down, ditch over, slide my ruler, and you'll get real comfortable with this with time, and you don't even have to stop your machine. Slide up, follow the ditch over, slide the ruler, go back to the ruler, come down, slide over in the ditch, slide my ruler, line that up with the sew line. I got to reconnect with that center line. You start to get a little bit off. Just reconnect. Make sure that my tape lines up with the sew line. Make sure that my horizontal line is following that. Slide back to the ruler. Head up. Slide up the ditch. Slide my ruler up. I want to slide it to there because we do have these little corners here, and you need to put that last little bit in there. So when I slide that tape right to the edge of the sew line, and I keep that center mark, that registration mark, together, ruler and registration, then I can go ahead and do my tip, slide down in the ditch, Get my ruler back up there. It's not quite there yet. Line that up with the sew line just a little further down. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that corner in there. Now I'm at the bottom and we have our vertical line here. So I'm going to go ahead now and slide my ruler up. I need to go into the ditch a little bit. Slide that right up there. Line up the line. Keep the center line on the registration line. Over. Follow the ditch. Slide up with the ruler. Line up the tape. Line up the center line. Come back. And go all the way up, just like we did horizontally. Now we take everything away, we cut our thread, pull up my bobbin thread, snip my tail, and now we have a wonderful curved crosshatch. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that blue line with Sew Clean. We'll get rid of our blue line so that we can see our nice basic curved crosshatch. There's our tutorial for the day. Have a wonderful day and be good to each other.